Welcome to Mind Your Mind. Mind Your Mind podcast is for busy people like you who want to enjoy life and free up their time and emotional space by learning valuable tools for self-care and mindfulness. Our weekly topics are filled with compelling discussions and practical solutions to increase your productivity and healthy living. I'm your host, Joseph Tropper, and I'm honored to have you here with me today. Welcome to episode 7, 14 Ways to Sleep Like a Baby Tonight. And this is such an important topic and so close to my heart because so many of the issues that people have that I see have to do with sleep deficiencies. We know that this is an increasingly recognized important health issue causing $16 billion of loss each year and just cost to help people deal with it. Its sleep insufficiency is linked to motor vehicle crashes, industrial disasters, and so many other medical and occupational errors. So listen up. I know it's very ambitious to say 14 ways to help you sleep like a baby tonight, but let me tell you, some of the ideas I'm going to give you can be implemented immediately, and some of them are going to take some time to work on, but they certainly can start today as well. So let's get started. First, we'll just start with the facts. One of my favorite studies is one that was carried out a few years ago where they took many subjects and kept them up for 24 hours straight. They were able to watch movies, read magazines, and eat and do whatever they wanted. They just weren't allowed to sleep. And these hundreds of college students that participated in this program, at the end of the 24 hours, what they reported was feelings of severe depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, hallucinations, and bipolar symptoms. And again, the researchers proved very clearly that just 24 hours of sleep deprivation could cause some real mental health issues, some of them very extreme as well. So we really need to get enough sleep. And of course, about 60 million people in the United States have some type of sleep disorder. Almost 50% of people have some type of snoring issue, which sometimes can indicate other issues that are present as well. 37% of people report falling asleep during the day. And that's a very, very large amount of time. And again, once again, feeding into the sleep deprivation theory that a lot of people are not getting what they need. 5% of people report falling asleep while driving, which would explain the 1,550 yearly fatalities that are involved with people falling asleep behind the wheel or are drowsy behind the wheel, and 40,000 injuries. That's a really large amount. Sleep apnea is one form of sleep issue which sometimes is caused by obesity. Sometimes it's just a genetic issue, but certainly needs to be addressed. 40% of all adults have some type of sleep deprivation, meaning they're not getting the right amount of sleep that they need. And at the end of this segment, I'll define exactly what that is. And of course, I always recommend that you speak to your doctor as well. We know that, again, studies show that it's pretty morbid, but 100,000 deaths occur each year in hospitals due to medical errors. And sleep deprivation is one of the top 3 in all studies, one of the top 3 most significant contributions to these errors, unfortunately. Insomnia, the inability to sleep at night, is something that about 1 in 3 people suffer from. We have sleep apnea as another form, narcolepsy, restless leg syndrome. These are all real issues that are there. What about kids? Children, young children, they are not spared from sleep issues as well. We have 2 million children suffering from sleep disorders in the United States, and it's estimated that about 30 to 40% of children also have sleep deprivation issues. So they're basically the same as adults. And of course, we know that starting off life at a young age and having sleep deprivation and bad sleep habits sometimes, unfortunately, carry on throughout life. Women are twice as likely over men to have difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep, unfortunately. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as far as the statistics. All right, let me start with a quote, and then we'll talk about my 14 suggestions. So my quote is from John Steinbeck, and he says, "It is a common experience that a problem difficult at night is resolved in the morning after a committee of sleep has worked on it." So my big theme today is getting enough sleep because that's how we function, and that is how our brain is at its peak performance level. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, no food, sugar, or soda 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This makes a huge difference. If we don't prepare our body for sleep, it doesn't cooperate very well. Number 2, no caffeine past noon. Now, I know I'm not trying to pull away your afternoon coffee, but here's the thing. If it works for you, great, then have it. But if it doesn't work for you, or if you are having some sleep issues, then maybe try to change the time schedule a little bit. And certainly, drinking caffeine close to bedtime is usually not very helpful for most people. So just know that caffeine can cause a big problem for people, and sometimes that is a small change that can make a huge difference at night. Number 3, allow yourself to slowly wind down towards bedtime with more soothing and relaxing activities. This is so important. Just like the sun sets very slowly, so our circadian rhythm is set that way that creates a full environment for us. So if we just go from violent movies or video games or screen time, it's very hard to unwind. We know this is especially true with kids, but it's also true for adults as well. Number 4, let out your energy throughout the day with productive activities. That might sound very obvious, but a lot of people that are unemployed or unengaged throughout the day have sleep issues because, hey, you got to earn your sleep, and you got to feel tired by the time you get into bed. That's very important. Number 5, practice relaxing breathing techniques before going to bed. We know that breathing techniques relax someone and relax the body. That can be very helpful. Number 6, very specific charge here: no smartphone usage 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. And again, if you're an adult and you're thinking, you're not going to tell me to put down my phone, well, I'm not going to tell you anything, but I could recommend that if you are having sleep issues and you are using your phone till the last minute, that certainly a lot of studies link that with sleep issues. So give it a try for a week or even a month. Number 7, create a peaceful environment for yourself 1 hour before bedtime without fighting or without being riled up. So again, listening to music, part of that good technique, part of that good nighttime routine that really gets us in the mode of sleeping. Number 8, if you can't fall asleep after 20 minutes, get out of bed, drink some milk or water, write a little, and then try again. And that is something that we just kind of get stuck in this mentality and start panicking, but we could get ourselves out of there. And the writing a little could be about your problems, what's on your mind, or it could be just general, anything, but it's good to just change it up a little bit. Number 9, count to 100 while imagining yourself in a relaxing place, and count down. Don't count sheep. That there's a lot of research that sometimes that backfires. Don't count 1, 2, 3. Count 100, 99, 98. Give it a try. Number 10, make sure you are comfortable with the temperature in your room. Again, many people report that they like it a little cool, and that can make a difference as well. Number 11, drink some chamomile tea or some regular flavored tea. Again, very soothing. Number 12, take a warm shower or bath. That could be very helpful. Number 13, clear your mind of the worries and thoughts by talking with someone or writing them down. Again, we could specifically identify that many worries and thoughts are what are keeping you up sometimes. So let's try to figure out ways to clear that. And number 14, discuss your concerns with your doctor. Very often there are medical causes that are causing you to be up at night, and it's really important to talk with your doctor about that. All right. So you could get a list of that from our website, Mind Your Mind Online, if you want to get a printout for that, or you can listen to it again and practice it. But just pick a couple of things that work for you. The relaxing and the winding down time is something that I always tell people to start off with. Anything else that caught your mind, just give it a try. I think that you'll really enjoy that. I love hearing from you guys. So in this next segment, I'm just going to do one quick question, which is what actually inspired this entire show. That's Mark in Seattle, said, "Hey Joe, thanks for the great show. How much sleep do I need?" All right, Mark, great question. So it really just depends on your age. And again, I always recommend that you speak to your doctor about exact ideas. So for infants, 4 to 12 months old, they need about 12 to 16 hours a day. So a lot of napping there, sometimes intermittently, unfortunately. For children 1 to 2, they need about 11 to 14 hours. And again, if you let the kids sleep, their body will adjust, whether it's 11 or 14, but somewhere in that range. Kids 3 to 5 need about 10 to 13 hours. So that's really important for you to know that. And children 6 to 12 need about 9 to 12 hours. So again, if you're having kids with behavioral issues or mood issues or anxiety issues, it very well could be a sleep issue at play. Adults need about 7 to 9 hours. There's no rule of thumb except just, practice it and see what it does for you. And as people get older in life, hit their 40s, 50s, and 60s, unfortunately, the sleep issues do increase. However, that range of 7 to 9 for some people does go down, and people require sometimes a lot less. And the government, CDC.gov, the Center for Disease Control, actually has a lot of research about sleep and sleep issues. Not that it's a disease, but there are a lot of issues related to sleep deprivation. You can check that out. There are other resources as well, Mind Your Mind Online. So check us out. Thanks so much for listening. I hope that whenever you do go to sleep, whether it's soon or whether it's this evening, that you have a wonderful and peaceful sleep that is rejuvenating and restful. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to mind your mind. For more practical ideas and to make sure you never miss an episode, visit us at mindyourmindonline.com.